Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing the market update for May for the Willo neighborhood. Starting to see a little bit of some signs of where the market has been going throughout the valley now in Central Phoenix. Nothing to get too crazy about. This might just be kind of our normal seasonal slump. We'll know in a couple months, but for now we are starting to see some downward pressure on prices. Let's get into some of the data. We'll start off here with the number of active homes. You can see from this graph, this number's been more or less flat, especially over the last month. That is after a little spike in active homes that hit the market in April, which means that we're still kind of keeping up with everything that's being listed. Next, we kind of have our first sign that the market's slowing down. The pending listings, you can see here, this has been on a steady decline since early April. For new listings for the previous week, you can see that this number's bounced around a fair amount, but the general trend line is downward. We only had one new listing last week. This is part of the reason why we're not seeing huge spikes in inventory. This isn't super concerning though, because in neighborhoods like Willo, we don't have a lot of school-age kids necessarily moving in the neighborhood. And for that reason, the summer market is pretty slow. Number of homes sold the last 30 days. You can see that we peaked here in the third week of April and have dropped by almost half since that time. Sold over the last 6 months. You can see that this has been climbing more or less since late March. It looked like we were about to see some real drops in this number in early May, but we've had a small increase over the last few weeks. Average price drop. I really like this number. It shows in a very succinct way the difference between the expectations of what sellers would like to get when they first hit the market versus what they're actually getting when they sell. You can see by this graph that this number has almost doubled since we started tracking in March. However, it's only at 4%, not a huge undercut for sellers just yet. And now we get into sort of the meat and potatoes of these graphs. This is kind of the stuff that everybody's paying attention to or would like to pay attention to. Average sales price over the last 30 days. You can see that this number, after being at about 800,000 at the beginning of March, went all the way up to about 1 million and then has dropped down under 800,000 now. So now Willo kind of skirts the line on the luxury market pricing for the valley. And since all the political turmoil that we've had over the last, 3 or 4 months, the luxury market overall has had a pretty significant slowdown, and that market was really, really strong at the beginning of the year. So that might be part of the reason why we're seeing this reduction in Willo. Average sales price over the last 6 months. Now this graph isn't quite as scary. You can see that it's kind of got a general upward trend until the last couple of weeks. We're starting to see that flatten out. Probably too soon overall just yet to know if this is a long-term thing or if this is just a blip. We'll see over the next couple of months. Average closed price per square foot. I like this metric because it helps smooth out some of the price differences between smaller and larger homes in Central Phoenix, which there is quite a bit of variety in sizes here. In this particular instance, though, we had a big spike this month, which I'm assuming probably is just the opposite. We had a couple of well-priced, well-appointed smaller homes that have sold and driven that number up just a little bit. Average days on market. This is also kind of a comforting graph as well. You can see that this is pretty much flat overall. There's some little bit of noise there for 1 week where we probably had 2 closings that were older closings, but overall, this number is pretty flat, which is a good sign for the market strength still. So there you have it, folks. That's our market update for May for the Willo neighborhood. You can see that we're seeing a little bit of some signs of some weakness. Now this might just be our temporary summer blip. It might be, like I mentioned earlier, a little bit of the luxury market shift that we're seeing. We'll keep an eye on these over the next couple months and see if this is a longer term trend or just a summer thing. If you like what you've seen here, please hit the like button or subscribe to my channel. I do market updates for multiple neighborhoods in Central Phoenix and would love to help you out. If you're looking to purchase a home or sell a home here in the area, I am your market expert. You can call me at 480-694-7643.